Hello traders, FXPIPCOLLECTOR here. Today is Friday, TGIF. Excuse me, sorry. Today is Friday and it is August 4th, so welcome to today's live stream. How's everybody doing today? Thanks for coming. Happy to have you here. Definitely like and subscribe to my channel if you have not done so already. So, yeah, let's get started. As usual, we're going to look at the US dollar index. We're going to look at the dollar and the DXY, do our full top-down analysis. Then we're going to take the information we learned from analyzing the dollar index, and we're going to apply that information to all the other dollar pairs, including gold and probably silver. And once the news is done, which today we do have a pretty big news, we got non-farm employment change or non-farm payroll. Once that's over, we'll probably have a chance to look at some other things. We'll look at some yen pairs, probably oil, natural gas, probably look at the stock market, Bitcoin, and probably a few other things if we got time too. So definitely we'll have a chance to look at some other things besides just the dollar pairs. So let's get started on this DXY index. So on the DXY, I still think this is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of A. I still think this is an A, B, C, or B. I still think this move up is a wave C. Definitely turned at a Fibonacci level. Definitely made a very impulsive move down. It does look like it could possibly go up a little more, but I still think that we're in a downtrend, and I still think it's going to continue to make those lower lows and lower highs over the coming months and maybe even years. So taking it down to the daily time frame. Now on the daily time frame, it's definitely looking more like an ABCDE to me. This looks like a downtrend right here for sure. I think this is a wave 1. I was thinking originally that the ABC correction was over right here at the end of this wave C, but then what happened was instead of making a downtrend like this is what should have happened if the correction really was over, it made 3 waves down. Usually that tells you that you're looking at a wave D and that the next move is actually probably going to be a wave E. A wave E should be a trend, and a wave E does quite often take out the high of wave A, so that's why I still am looking at this as possibly going all the way up to about the 13086 area to finish off this wave E, probably an ABC of 2, ABCDE of 2, and then eventually going down for a wave 3, I believe. So let's take it down even further while keeping that in mind, because that weekly and monthly time frame is extremely important for us on the lower time frames. Now as you go down to the lower time frames, to me it still looks like a trend right here, like a wave A. This still looks like a 3-way pattern like a wave B, and this looks like a trend like a wave C. If this right here was the end of a correction, then this would have continued the downtrend, making lower lows, lower highs. But instead what happened was it made 3 waves down. Looks like a wave D. Now it looks like an uptrend, and it looks like we're possibly in a wave E. Now I was noticing earlier today that we do have a very clear trend line right here, and we're probably pretty much right on that right now. Let's draw that out at the actual trend line tool, see how it lines up. Yeah, definitely not perfect. I'm not really much of a believer in trend lines anyways. I mean, price definitely does respect them sometimes, but based on my earlier wave and everything else, I think this is actually more likely that this is going to just keep on trending up. It could possibly turn it to 38%, but I think it's more likely that it's going to go all the way up to the 50, probably make a nice downtrend eventually, ending this probably go down and break structure, eventually ending this wave E, and at that point most likely continuing the downtrend. So let's take it down to the 4-hour time frame. So 4-hour time frame, I still think this right here is an uptrend, higher highs, higher lows. Looks like all part of a wave 1. This looks like an ABC of 2. As you'll notice, we are definitely still making higher lows, higher lows, higher lows. There's no break of structure telling me that we are still in a wave 3, and this wave 3 could very easily just keep on trending up, especially if it's going to touch that 50% Fibonacci retracement that I was showing on the daily time frame. So keeping all this in mind, let's go right down to the 1-hour time frame. Now originally this morning I was looking at this as possibly already being an ABC correction, which it definitely could be, but with the big news event coming out, it kind of makes you wonder, because if the news is going to come out and the dollar just keeps on going up, that's kind of an odd pattern. It kind of seems like it could possibly go down and then maybe end up reversing again. We're going to have to see how it turns out. It does look like a lot of the dollar pairs may be getting ready to make a turn. So if this does make an impulsive down move at the news, make a lower high, it would definitely be worth getting short, because there's always a possibility that I'm reading this long on the longer time frames, because if you do go out to the like daily time frame, I mean, we do have kind of a three-way pattern right now, like a 1, 2, 3 waves up. It could possibly just be another soft ABC correction like this one back here was a ABC, and that was just a very soft move to the upside. We possibly could have something like that right now, and this possibly could make another lower high, lower high, lower high, and just keep on trending down. It definitely is a possibility. I'm not looking at that as definitely not happening, but just looking at the higher time frames, it seems like the trend is up, and it seems like the trend is going to continue up. It looks like a 1, it looks like a 2. Now, I definitely do see a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 shape right there, so that's why I was kind of wondering if it does go down. But if it does go down, it seems like it's way too short to be a wave 3, so if it does go down, it possibly could even end up being an A, a B, and a wave C. Because I definitely do see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 waves up. So if it does go down and stop breaking structure, making lower highs, it possibly could be the end of a wave C and possibly the continuation of the downtrend. It really seems more likely that, to me though, that this is going to go up based on the daily time frame. It kind of seems like it already made an ABC correction too, so that's why I'm still kind of sticking to the idea. I'm just trying to look at both sides of the coin. That's why I'm looking at this as possibly an ABC correction, so that way if it does go down, hopefully we will not be surprised by that. But it looks like it's already made an ABC correction. It looks like it should just keep on trending up. This is a pretty big news event. It seems like it would make a turn. And it's been going up all day, so really the only turn it could make is down. That's why I'm kind of having a little bit of doubts about that. But I think really the best thing we could do is just, see what happens and go with the flow. Now, another thing we can do is look at all the dollar pairs and see what makes the most sense for all the dollar pairs, and then kind of cycle back through again to see what makes the most sense. So going down to the daily time frame on the euro dollar, it would make a lot of sense to me if this was an A, B, C, and this is a D, and that we're now in an E, and this just kept on trending down. I think this 100% Fibonacci level is the most likely place for this to end a trend, break structure, and most likely at that point end at A, B, C, D, E of 2, and probably end up continuing the uptrend. Definitely seems very likely that is what's going to happen with that. So let's go down to the 4-hour time frame. On the 4-hour time frame, I mean, we have definitely been making lower lows, lower highs, as you can see. Excuse me. So we have lower lows, lower highs right here. Looks like it's all part of a wave 1. We have a break of structure right there. That should be a wave 2. That means that this should be in a wave 3 and that it really should just keep on trending down. I think it's going to go down, make a 3, 4, and 5 at this 100% Fibonacci extension level down here to finish off this downtrend. Definitely seems like that is what most likely is going to happen today. So let's see if that is actually the case or not. Like I said, big news events like this usually do cause big turns in the market. So we're gonna have to see if that is what actually happens or not at this news event. Let me just give a second here. Yeah, my picture quality on my live streams is not very good lately, so I'm going to have to maybe do a little research and see why my picture quality isn't doing very good. I might have to turn my OBS settings up or something. But anyways, let's go down and let's check out the 1-hour time frame. So 1-hour time frame, it seems to me like the trend is definitely still down. It definitely did make 3 waves up already, but this move down looks like 3 waves too, so it does kind of seem like it is more likely to go up. Maybe just to go up and make a bounce off a fib level and then do like a spike reversal and end up continuing the downtrend. That actually, it seems to me like that would make the most sense if it did go up. Probably go up and take out these highs, trap everybody in some buys. Everybody's going to be trying to go long right there, and then it just keeps on trending down. Seems like the most likely thing to happen. Let's see if that makes sense on other dollar pairs. So going to the daily time frame. On the daily time frame, I believe that this is all part of an uptrend right here. This is like a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then from that point on, it definitely gets a little messy. It is making higher lows, higher lows, higher lows, so it seems like it should be a trend. So that's why I was wondering if maybe the ABC is actually already complete someplace, but probably it is making a pattern similar to what the euro and the dollar is making, like an A, B, C, D, and E. Which means that this move down is probably going to be a trend, and then once that trend is over, it's probably just going to keep on trending up, all part of like a big wave 3 on the higher time frames. Oh, we're on the 2-day time frame, but same difference. So it seems to me like this is actually a 1, 2, 3, and that it's not over yet, and it's going to go down probably to the 161.8, probably take out this low, trap everybody in a sell, and then probably end up continuing the uptrend. See. Yeah, I don't know, Yana. I'm gonna have to see why. I feel like my live streams are not very good. The quality's not very good lately. I think it's probably in my settings on OBS. This definitely looks like a series of lower lows, lower highs. It looks like all part of a wave 1. This looks like an ABC, probably part of a wave 2. And it looks like we should be in a wave 3. It doesn't really look like to me that this wave 3 is over. I think that we're more likely to just keep on going down to this 161.8 to finish off the wave 3, and then eventually, probably next week, make a wave 4 and a wave 5, which that would probably finish off the wave E. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of wave E. So going down to the 1 hour time frame, on the 1 hour time frame, this is very similar to the euro dollar, as in it did make 3 waves up, but it kind of looks like this move down is very corrective, like it's going to go up again. Maybe this is like an A, and this is an irregular A, B, C, or B, and then this is going to be a wave C, and then once it ends a wave C, it just keeps on trending down. Seems pretty likely that's the case. So let's go to the Aussie dollar. We only have about 19 minutes or so until the news comes out, so we definitely want to keep moving on pairs. So this one is another one that's kind of got an odd pattern. I think I might actually end up changing my account on this one a little bit too, just because it seems like if the dollar keeps going down, that if the dollar keeps going up, then this is probably just going to keep going down, and it might even take out this low right here. If it takes out that low, then this is probably not correct right here. It's probably actually like an ABC of W, and this is actually like an ABC of X, and maybe this is actually going down to do something like this for wave Y. This is still like a wave 1, and then it goes up. Seems like that is kind of the case that we got going on right here. Going down to the shorter time frames, one thing that I do know is that I have no breakup structure to the upside. I really don't have any reason to think this is over. It looks like a downtrend. It looks like a 1. This looks like an ABC of 2. It kind of looks like it's all part of a wave 3, and even the wave 3 doesn't look like it's over to me. So I'm still definitely looking for shorts in a downtrend on the Aussie dollar. Going to the shorter time frames, I mean, it definitely looks like a trend right here, which is why I think it's an A. This is probably a wave B right here, and it does look like the news is going to cause it to go up, but it seems like this move up is going to be a wave C. It's probably just going to go up and trap everybody in the buy, and then it's probably going to end up continuing the downtrend. So let's go to the Kiwi dollar. Let's head out to the daily time frame. So, daily time frame on the Kiwi dollar, kind of the same as the Aussie dollar, kind of a big mess right now. Now, I definitely still see this as an uptrend. It still looks like 3 waves down like an ABC, but then it made 3 waves up, so maybe this is possibly another one of those ABC WXY patterns. 3 waves down W, 3 waves up X, 3 waves down Y, and then eventually, after taking out this low, it continues the uptrend, and it's still like an A, and then a WXY or B, and then it goes up for a wave C of wave Y on the much longer time frames. So taking it down to the 4 hour time frame, this is definitely a downtrend on the 4 hour time frame, and this also doesn't look like it's over. It looks like a 1, it looks like a 2, and it looks like this is all part of a wave 3, and it doesn't even look like this is over. It seems to me like the trend is down and that it needs to keep on going down. Now on the 1 hour time frame, that doesn't mean that we may not get a little bit of a push up, because this does look like it broke structure. It does look like a trend. This could be an A. This looks like 3 waves down for a B. It seems like it is going to go up for a wave C and then maybe reverse back down. I don't know. We do get those spike reversals a lot at the news, so I'm starting to wonder if today is going to be like a spike reversal day. So let's look at the US dollar Canadian. US dollar Canadian is another one where I still think there's a good chance this is a correction. It looks like 3 waves up, 3 waves down, and it kind of looks like 3 waves up already. It seems like it needs to go up to one of these higher fib levels before it really continues the downtrend also. So this one also doesn't really look like it's quite ready to go down yet. Going down to the shorter time frames, I was thinking that this actually ended probably like right here, and that we're actually something like that right now. As in, this is like an ABC of W, this is an ABC of X, and then this is like an ABC of Y. This one, I don't know. On the shorter time frames, I mean, we are sitting at the 50%. It does have that 3, 4, 5 shape right here. This very easily could go down. It could break structure, and it very easily could just keep on trending down. So we do have Canadian news today also, so this one could be affected possibly by the Canadian news. But look at it on the sort of time phase. 1, 2, 3 waves down today. That was a very nice entry to go long. We are sitting right at a Fibonacci level, so this one does kind of resemble something that does look like it wants to go down. I don't know if that's because of the Canadian news that we got coming out, or if it's because of the dollar news. So we do have Canadian news coming out too. We got unemployment rates and unemployment change, and then we got all the dollar news, which is definitely the highlight of the day. So anyways, let's move on to US dollar Swiss, see if we can get some consensus here of what's actually going to happen. So on the US dollar Swiss, this probably is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This kind of looks like it needs to make a proper ABC correction before it actually goes down. But I still think there's a good chance it is a correction. That's why I got my fib on there. And really, it probably is actually a correction to the whole trend too, not just the last wave of the trend. So it's probably a correction to the whole 5-wave trend, not just the wave 3. So let's take that down to the 4-hour time frame. So 4-hour time frame, it looks like this is a 1, like an ABC of 2, this is a 3, ABC of 4, and this is a 5. This right here looks like it's all just one section of trend. I was trying to see if someplace in here we had an A. Would it make sense for this to go down and complete a wave B today, and then maybe next week sometime go up for a C? And then later on continue the downtrend? That definitely seems like it would make a lot of sense for that to happen. Does this possibly like a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 right there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 waves down like a wave A. This move up is kind of strong, but it could possibly be a B, and maybe it'll go down and make a C. Definitely looks like a possibility, and then it goes back up, and this is like a wave A, this is like an ABC of B. We got a little bit of mixed signals as we go. The US dollar Canadian and US dollar Swiss kind of look like they could go down, so a lot of the other ones look like they could go up a little bit before they go down. So US dollar yen, let's go to the higher time frames on this too. I mean, there's a few possibilities on this one too. I could see this being possibly a wave A, which is something that Yana was talking about this last week or something, and this possibly being a wave B, and this possibly making a wave C. I could definitely see that actually being a pretty decent possibility. But looking at all the yen pairs, I still think that the yen is up, and I still think it needs to go up. So I'm still looking at this as a 1, 2, 3, and that we're actually already in the wave 3. We're in like a 1 of 3, 2 of 3, and then it goes up for a wave 3 of 3. Seems pretty likely that that is the case. Going down to the 4-hour time frame. On the 4-hour time frame, it looks like to me like this is a trend. This looks like 3 waves up. This looks like a trend. I think the wave C just made a higher low, which is kind of confused us a little bit about this. But I still think it's an ABC correction. I think it's like an ABC of 2. I think this is a big wave 1 up here. I think this right here is like a 1 of 3. It kind of looks like it's already formed a 2 of 3. It looks like it needs to go up for a wave 3 of 3. And if the dollar goes up today, it would kind of make sense for this one to go up also. Going down to the sort of time frames, look, a wave Y is supposed to have a 3-way pattern. This is actually making a lot of sense. 1, 2, 3 waves down, W. 1, 2, 3 waves up, X. 1, 2, 3 waves down, Y, and then it goes back up for the continuation of the uptrend. 1, WXY of 2, and then up for a wave 3. That actually makes a lot of sense for this, that the dollar would initially spike down, probably go down, break structure. Everybody would be trying to go short, and then it would end the wave Y and end up continuing the uptrend. That definitely would make a lot of sense on that one, I think. So dollar down first would make sense on that. Dollar down would make sense on that. This would make a lot of sense if it went up. We're going to look at gold in a second, but this would make a lot of sense if it went up and then down, which makes sense with some of these other ones. Aussie dollar would definitely make a lot of sense if it went up initially, but then went back down later on. Oh yeah, the pound definitely would make sense too if it did that. Maybe we're going to get a little bit of a spike reversal going on today. We haven't seen a good spike reversal in a few weeks, I feel like. That would make a lot of sense. So let's see if that makes sense on gold. I was thinking that gold might do a little bit of a trap today too, a little bit of a bull trap. Gold definitely looks like it made an ABC correction for sure. But then it made an uptrend, which still to me looks like it should be a wave 1, and this still looks to me like it should be like a wave 2, and that it should eventually go back up for a wave 3. There's definitely a possibility that this could end up being like 3 waves down for a W and 3 waves up for an X, and maybe it makes 3 waves down for a wave Y also, and then continues up. Definitely a possibility. It kind of depends. If the dollar's going to go up for the next couple of weeks, then this would actually keep going down. Let's go down to the sort of time frames. This definitely looks like an uptrend. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, this WXY, I'm not really convinced about that. I think it's actually this. I think it's actually just a ABCDE pattern, which is actually very similar to a WXY, except for the wave E is usually a trend. So it looks like an ABC, but then instead of continuing the downtrend, it made 3 waves up, and now it looks like it's in a wave E. I'm going to change it to that for now. I mean, it's kind of the same outcome either way, whether you label it a WXY or an ABCDE, so I don't think it's too big of a deal. But it kind of would make a lot of sense for this one to go up, take out structure, trap everybody in a long, and then bam, go back down one more time to like the 78% before it really did end up continuing the uptrend. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of 1, A, B, C, D, E of 2, and then go up for wave 3. That definitely seems like it would make a real lot of sense also. So taking it down to the sort of time phase, oh wow, what do we got here? I got too many things going on. Get rid of this. Get rid of that. I like to keep my charts as clean as possible. A clean chart makes for easy chart reading. So this is definitely a downtrend. That makes a lot of sense for that to be an A. This looks like a crescent. That should be a B. This would be a C. And then at the end of an ABC, you should get the continuation of an uptrend. But if it doesn't do that, but instead makes 3 waves up, that usually tells you it's a wave D and that the move down is a trend and for a wave E. Yeah, so I think there is a good chance that initially this is going to go up, probably take out structure, and then it's going to trap everybody to the long side. Let's look at silver, see if silver can give us any clues, because silver is definitely correlated pretty well with gold. This one looks even more convincing that this is a complete ABC crescent and that this move down is eventually going to end the crescent and continue the uptrend with a higher low, and just keep on trending up. That definitely does seem like the most likely thing to happen on this one. Let's go down to the 4-hour time frame. Let's throw a Fibonacci on there, see if that helps us out. Let's see, so that's definitely a really nice looking uptrend. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It may actually be right there. Hey Yen Berry, how's it going? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, maybe right there. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It would kind of make sense for this one to go up and make like a wave B next, I feel like. And then go down again later on for a wave C. And then continue the uptrend. How about the 1-hour time frame? Yeah, it's kind of a little bit of a mixed signal out of this one too. Almost kind of looks like this on the 1 hour could be a full proper ABC crescent already. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Go up, break structure, just keep on trending up. With a yield touch 6,000. Wow, I don't know where 6,000 represents. Oh, 600, okay. So yeah, let's see. So what do we got? How much time do we have? We got about 5 minutes. What's going on with that yen? That Canadian yen? You were thinking an ABCDE on this one too? Yeah, I agree. ABCDE, and then bam, back up. That makes a lot of sense too. And kind of the thing that we really have to pay attention to is look how impulsive this is and look how overlapping this is. It's just one big overlapping pattern. When you see a very impulsive move followed by a very corrective move, sometimes it can be hard to identify the exact point that the crescent is over, but you can almost guarantee that it's going to be some sort of a crescent when you see overlapping pattern that preceded a very, very impulsive pattern. So I definitely agree that this is still a crescent. I think that all the yen pairs are still in a crescent. Some of them even look like they may be getting close to ending. I was wondering if the euro yen already ended in ABC down and that this is just going to keep going up. Some of them look like they already ended a correction. Look at this one. 1, 2, 3 waves down. This is a little bit of a three-way pattern up, but look how corrective down it is. It looks like it's going to keep going up. Aussie yen, kind of the same thing, except for this is a motive wave trend. And this looks like impulsive up, corrective down. Should lead to another impulsive up. Kiwi yen. This one is definitely not convincing that it's going up, except for the fact that this last push down was very corrective. But this could actually end up being just an ABC. So this one's not really helping us much for the overall, pattern that the yen is in. Yeah, I could see this as an A, B, C, D, E also, and then continue the uptrend. Swiss yen. Now, the thing with the Swiss yen is this is all-time highs. We've touched all-time highs 3 times. So that's probably one of the reasons why this one's so choppy looking. But it still looks like... Trying to figure out, maybe that's a 1, 2. Then we're making a 3, 4, 5 of wave C. It seems like that's the most likely thing. An A, B, and then a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of C. Maybe down to one of these 2 Fibonacci levels and end up continuing the uptrend from there. I think the yen bear is right. We probably do have a little bit more downside on most of these yen pairs. But I think we're getting close. Some of them definitely look like they could just keep going up right now, but they might go down one more time, especially with the fact that they pretty much all of them did make 3 waves up, so they probably are all going to go down at least one more time before they actually do continue the uptrend. So what's our conclusion on the dollar index? It's already starting to go down a little. It's kind of a tough one, honestly. So the dollar's already going down a little. DXY already kind of going down. That one's trying to go up a little. That one's trying to go up. That one's definitely going up. That looks like 3 waves down. That's going up. CAD looks like it's trying to go down. Boy, that one looks like it wants to go up. I think that one kind of does too. Gold looks like it could go up also. What do we got? We got about a minute and a half until the news comes out. Let's see if we can go down to a very short time frame. 5-minute time frame. Alright, 5 minutes. Ooh. I don't know. That looks like an ABC. That looks like it could go down on the 5-minute. Yeah, that does too. That looks like an ABC. I think that's going down. That one doesn't. That one doesn't either. That doesn't really look like an ABC. But I think there's a good chance that could go up also. This definitely looks like it could go up. That looks like an ABC, and it looks like it could go up. This one definitely looks like it could go up too. That looks like a possible ABC and then go back up. And I think there's a chance that gold could go down. Even though it's been going down, I think there's a good chance gold's going to go down. So I think the dollar is going to go up. I'm sticking to my original thought, which is the dollar will go up at the news, which is in about 14 seconds. So I'm going to stick to my original thought that the news is going to go up. I don't know. It's kind of hard to tell. We're going to find out in about 5 seconds, I guess. And initially it was up. Oh, no. Maybe. Spike reversal, or is it going to hold down? Don't tell us it's going to be a very underwhelming day. We've had a lot of those this week. Got to give it a couple minutes, see if it turns into a spike reversal, or if it breaks structure and just keeps going down. kind of would make a lot of sense for this to be a wave A and this to be a wave B and this to be a wave C, but if it keeps going down with momentum, I would say that's not the case. I don't know. I still think the dollar could make a move up today. What do we got? We got negative news for the dollar and positive news for the unemployment rate. We got mixed news. Canadian news came in negative too. Yeah. The CAD's going down a little bit. Could be the final wave though. Kiwi's going up. Aussie up. Pound Aussie up. Yeah, dollar Canadian. You got the dollar and the Canadian fighting each other. Let's see what happens. We definitely got to give this a little bit of time to see what happens. Definitely. I don't think I would take that as a short. I think it might go up again. I'm counting on a spike reversal. I think there's a good chance this is going to go up. But if it maintains momentum to the downside, that's going to change everything. But the trend is up on the higher time frames. I think that I look at that too. It just took out this low by only a few pips. And if this thing turns up like that, that was a stop hunt is all it was most likely. Went down, grabbed some liquidity, and then back up. Let's see. Euro dollar went right to the 61.8% fib. It looks like it could possibly be an ABC correction unless it keeps going. If it starts to make a spike reversal, it's probably going to keep going down, but we'll see. I definitely don't see any confirmation of that yet. Ooh, the pound kind of looks a little better. ABC. And then back down. Yeah, Aussie dollar kind of similar. Kind of looks like this could be a trend like a wave A, this could be a correction like a wave B, and this could be a spike reversal for the wave C. It's definitely not moving very strong, is it? Man, and we're on the 1 hour time frame and it looks like it's not moving much. I think everything's going to go down. This might even just keep going up, especially with the fact that the Canadian was going up a little bit. I think this could break out of the 50% level and just keep trending up. US dollar Swiss. Oh yeah, look at that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 A. This is probably a B, and I bet this spike is going to be a reversal for the C. Yeah, exactly. I do too. I've done that too. Maybe not the 1 minute, but sometimes like the 5 minute is good. Oh yeah, look, it's already starting to make that spike reversal. I agree. About the only time I go to the very short time frames to trade is around news events. Otherwise, I don't even these sort of time frames, at least from the 30-minute down, don't even exist to me. I don't even ever look at these time frames from the 30-minute down. But if the news is about to come out, looking at those very short time frames can be very helpful for sure. This looks like a three-way pattern, a 1, 2, 3-way pattern, and then back up. I think there's a good chance this is going to go up also. Gold. Yeah, look at the spike reversal on gold. But I'm thinking the dollar is going to go up, which means gold will probably go down. I don't know though, the pattern would make you think that gold wants to go up, and gold definitely doesn't have to do what the dollar does. I mean, gold definitely often does whatever it wants to do. Gold, the thing is with me, my personal trading, I analyze the dollar indexes, then I apply that information to the dollar pairs. Well, when it comes to the dollar yen and gold, they don't follow the dollar. These other 6 ones definitely follow the dollar pretty well, but gold and the dollar yen don't really follow the dollar. Hey Menu, how's it going? Yeah, and the news is out. You wouldn't know by looking at gold, would you? It spiked down, now it's up. It's still in that range that you were showing us yesterday. Look at that range that we got going on there. Menu's probably still got his box on there, trading the highs and the lows. Yeah, still in your box, definitely. I think it's going down. I think the dollar's going up. I think the euro will go down. I think the pound will go down. I think Aussie will go down. I think Kiwi down. Canadian, because of the Canadian news and because of the look at that. Yeah, Canadian, because of the dollar weakness or the dollar strength, I think that's going to go up. I think that's going to go up. I think this one could go up too, but that's always more of a yen pair than anything. And gold honestly could do whatever it wants. I mean, if gold breaks this structure right here, that's going to be a pretty big deal, but it needs to hold above structure. It needs to close above structure, and then it needs to come down and retest. And at the retest, that would be like the bread and butter entry to go long, but I'm not really too convinced about that. Yeah, look at that. I think the dollar is going to make a spike reversal. How about some of these other pairs? How about this one? Ooh, that does look like it wants to go up too. A, B, C, and then bam, up she goes. Singapore dollar. Ooh, that one looks like it already ended a crescent a while ago. ABC right there. ABC. It looks like it already ended a crescent, and it should just keep trending up. Probably at 1, 2, and just keep going up for wave 3. That definitely looks like it wants to go up too. Look at that. That's another version of an ABC. A, 1, 2, 3 waves up. B, looks like a C. Looks like it's going to go up. That looks like a spike reversal right there too. Look at that. Dollar versus the Mexican peso. 1, 2, 3 waves up. B. This looks like a spike reversal. It looks like it's going to go up. This one kind of looks like it already ended a crescent on the daily time frame. 1, 2, 3 waves down. That looks like the end of a crescent, which means this is probably going to go up. Take out these highs. I think it's going to go up into probably to 78% or maybe even 100%. Look like that. Seems very, very likely that's what's going to happen on that one. So yeah, we got to give it a little bit of time. We're gonna have to come back and check in a little while, see what it looks like, I guess. But I'm thinking the dollar's gonna go up. I think it's gonna be a spike reversal. Usually on these really big news events, you do have to give it a little bit of time before you really can make too much of a decision about what's gonna happen. It's definitely not moving very strong though. How about the yen pairs? Ooh, the yen. I don't know. I'm starting to think this already ended a crescent. This may just keep going up. Yeah, I don't know. It's not very convincing that it's going up, though. That must be more the euro than anything. This one also, though, looks like it made 3 waves down to a fib level, and that this move down is a crescent, and that it's going to go back up. Yeah, Aussie yen is very similar. They all have very similar patterns. Unless that's going to be another WXY, like 3 waves up, 3 waves down, 3 waves up, and then bam, back down again. That's definitely a possibility too. They pretty much all have 3 waves. Hey Crizzy, how's it going? I think the euro's going down. 1, 2, 3 waves up. That could definitely be the possibility on that one. Canadian yen, because of the Canadian news, is going down a little bit. I kind of agree with Yen Berry about this one. Probably an ABCDE or maybe a WXY, which is pretty much the same difference almost. ABCDEs are supposed to all be 3 wave, 3 wave, 3 wave patterns. But in most of the time they're not. Boy, that looks like it could go up too, really. Oh, that's not good, Chrissy. Hopefully everything's good with you. Sorry to hear. Yeah. The recording of my Zoom meeting yesterday is up there if you do want to watch it. Definitely check it out. I had a few pretty good lessons that I went through yesterday, so. Yeah, it's kind of holding, isn't it? Boy, it's not really doing nothing. Pretty slow. Pretty slow going. Looks like it's trying to hold to the downside, doesn't it? Gold is finally breaking structure. Look, that looks like a long entry. Unless it's going to be a bull trap, which was what I was talking about at the beginning, but I know, I kind of think gold's going to drop again too, but that looks like a pretty impulsive move right there. US dollar, yen is playing out as we planned, going down probably for a final wave and then back up. US dollar, Swiss is still kind of going down. That one, it does kind of seem like that should go down, but longer term, it seems like it might not be over yet. That's still kind of drifting up a little, still drifting up, still drifting up. Yeah, I mean, there was definitely a pretty decent entry on the 5-minute time frame for this. Looks like it's trying to continue, doesn't it? Maybe the euro will keep going up. Maybe we'll have an end of a correction. I kind of don't really picture it, but that could possibly be some sort of a distorted looking ABC right there. Oh, it don't look right. It looks like it wants to go down again, but yeah, I'm still sticking to the idea that even if the dollar does go down today, it's probably still going to be a correction to the uptrend. So let's see. We probably should go look at some other things, huh, and see what else we can find. We looked at the yen pairs. Let's go see what Bitcoin's up to today. I was talking to one of my members not yesterday, but this week about the possible entry on this Bitcoin that might be coming soon. Because I still think this is an A, I still think this is a B, I still think this is like a 1, I still think this is an ABC correction, and that is a very good chance it could go up pretty soon in a wave 3, which is a pretty big wave move to the upside. I think that the uptrend ends right here for a wave 1. This is probably like an A. This is definitely 3 waves up right here. Looks like a B. This looks like a very overlapping downtrend for a possible wave C. We got impulsive up with a break of structure. This move down looks corrective. If this makes a higher low, makes an impulsive move up, I would definitely take that as a long. And Bitcoin does have a tendency sometimes to make its move on the weekend. So maybe this weekend Bitcoin will end a wave 2 and continue the uptrend for a wave 3. I think it's a wave 3 of C on the much longer time frames, but yeah, look how corrective this is. That's very, very corrective. I think you're going to get a long opportunity on Bitcoin, and it may even be the end of a 1, a 2, and a wave 3. Yeah, looking very, very close to doing so. Yeah, we're going to have to go back and check out those dollar pairs again in a few minutes. Why'd I move that wave C way down there? I don't think that's right. I think that wave C needs to go way up there. I still think that the stock market needs to go up more. I think it's going to end up looking like this probably within the next few months. I don't think this bull run is over. I think it's going to go up more, which makes sense for my dollar analysis too. ABC down. Oops, sorry. ABC down, impulsive up will give us the end of a correction. Long entry. One hour time frame. Yeah, trading can be oh, the euro's booming? I don't know, last time somebody said something was booming, I looked and it wasn't booming. Yeah, it's definitely starting to move up a little. We'll see what happens. I think there's a good chance it's a correction, but I could definitely be wrong about that. This looks like an ABC correction on the S&P 500. It looks like an A. Looks like 1, 2, 3 waves up for a B. This looks like a downtrend for a C, and the fact that we're getting a higher low, I think there's a good chance this is going to turn up. Probably ending a correction and continuing the uptrend. We may be getting a decent long opportunity on this pretty soon too. Look at it on the 15-minute time frame. Look at that. 1A. Well, first of all, impulsive up, break of structure. So you had impulsive up, you had a break of structure, wave A. I mean, not wave A, I'm sorry, wave 1. Impulsive down, wave A. Corrective up, A, B, C up, wave B. Impulsive down, wave C, and then engulfing move to the upside, the end of a correction, probably the end of a 2. I think there's a good chance this is going to go up in a pretty big way also. Which makes me think even more that the dollar may end up going down. It's definitely starting to hold some momentum though, isn't it? We'll have to see what happens. Keep a close eye on these dollar pairs today. I still think there's a good possibility it's a correction, but I mean, if it stretches out much more, if it ends up looking like that, then I would say it's a 1, 2, 3, not an ABC. So we'll see what happens. Right now, it definitely could still be an ABC correction for sure. What's oil up to today? Ooh, still trending up. Look at that thing. It's getting close to my target, which is this high right here. I think it's going to go up there, finish off wave A, eventually go down and make a wave B, and then back up and make a wave C. I think it's all going to be an ABC or B, because this right here looks like a big wave A to me. So let's see what happens there. Let's go to the 4-hour time frame. Man, that wasn't a very nice correction though, was it? It's like a little 3-way pattern, but it was a very irregular wave C. 1-hour time frame. Yeah, that was definitely an ABC, but it was 1 down. That's what I call an irregular ABC. 1 down, 3 up, and then another down, wave C. It's just an irregular ABC because the wave C is very small compared to the wave A. Looks like it's going up. Yeah, I don't know. It depends what happens today. I thought there was a chance that gold could go down more, but in the longer time frames, I do think that I do believe that gold is in a correction. We're going to switch back to the dollar pairs here in a few minutes. Oh, look at that. Wow, nice. We've been planning on this one for about a week too because of how clear it is. A lot of labels on there, but still 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of A, B, C, or B, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of C. In respect to these fib levels, I bet this is going to continue the uptrend. I should go up and take out these highs and just keep on trending. You can probably, it looks a lot clearer on the 1-hour time frame. We got a nice downtrend. We got a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wave A, 3 waves up, wave B, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wave C. Turned right at the 88 and 78% fib. Nice impulsive up. This is probably an ABC down, probably a 1, ABC of 2. I think this is going to continue the uptrend, just keep on trending. Seems very, very likely. Jeez, yeah, hopefully they're about done with those interest rate hikes, at least for now. Yeah, it's going down. It's holding to the downside. Yeah, the U.S. stock market really opened at 1:30 our time, and the 1:30 UK time is when the stock market opens in the U.S. No, the stock market opens at 2:30 my time, that's right. But like I said, if this stretches out much more, it's not going to be an ABC, it's probably going to be a 1, 2, 3. And that's going to be a pretty big move down if that's the case. We'll have to see. If it goes beyond the 78% of this last wave up, then I'm going to say that this is over. And if this is over, then it's probably not an ABC. It's probably not a 1, 2, 3. It's probably an ABC. And if this is an ABC, then this would go down a long ways. I'm just not really too confident that that is the case. But if the market tells me that that's the case, then we definitely better believe it. Oh yeah, look at the yo. The yo is definitely going up pretty strong. Let me get rid of this for now. And let's throw a regular Fibonacci on there. See if we're turning, must be turning at a fib level. Yeah, the 78%. Maybe this is an ABC correction. It's pretty strong. ABC and the correction just keep on trending up. I definitely think the trend is up on the weekly and the monthly, but I was thinking that we might go down some more before we head up. How about the pound? Yeah, the pound, not really too convincing. Yeah, I don't really want to come to that conclusion that this is a complete trend reversal, because a lot of them they don't really look like that. It looks pretty corrective on most of these. Yeah, gold is already pulling back. I'm not really too convinced this is going to be a complete trend reversal. Definitely could be, but I'm not really too convinced about it. But you know what I always say in my Zoom meetings to my Patreon members is, if I think this is going to be a wave A and I think this is going to be a wave B, and then I go short at the end of a wave B and it turns into a wave 3, what is that going to affect us? All it's going to do is make it so we have more profit. Because if we think this is a wave C and we think it's going to go down in this area and then turn back up, we would only get this amount of profit. But if it's really a wave 3 and it just keeps on trending down, then we could just stay in that trade and just keep holding. Which it's definitely starting to look more like a wave 3 the more and more it stretches out. This 78% I think is going to be the tail. If it holds that 78% and then turns back up, we'll know it's an ABC. If it shoots past there, then I know that this section of trend is over, and it probably tells me that this whole trend is over. If this whole trend is over, then that's only 3 waves up. 1, 2, 3 waves up. That means that this is probably not a 1, 2, 3, but it's another steep ABC. It is starting to push past that 78%, so we'll see what happens. The yo looks convincing, but a lot of these other ones don't. Most of these other ones look like it's very corrective. I guess the US dollar Swiss don't look too bad, really. I don't know, it looks extremely corrective though. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 ways down, turn back up. I don't know, I think I still need to stick to my original plan until the market tells me otherwise. Gold broke structure, but it's not really holding above structure very well. This very easily could just keep drifting down, but if it holds above structure, like I said, if it holds above structure and this 1 hour candle closes above structure, and then it starts to go down later on, then going long at the end of that would be a much safer entry to go long for the continuation of this uptrend. But if it ends a trend right there, it probably is the end of a correction, because like I said, on the daily, I do believe this is a correction. I think this is a 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 up, wave 1. I think this is a correction like a wave 2, and I think personally gold's going to go up and make a wave 3. I was just thinking that the correction may not be over yet, but if the market says the correction is over, we better believe it. And how do we know if the correction is over? If it breaks structure and holds above structure, and even better if it goes down and makes a higher low, that's probably going to tell me this is the end of a trend and probably the continuation of the uptrend. And in that case, we definitely better start looking for longs in an uptrend for sure. So, let's see. We can go look at some other pairs here in a few minutes. But if you haven't joined my Discord channel, definitely do so. It's 100% free to join. No obligations to ever pay a dime if you do not want to. We currently have 3,908 members, so we're trying to get to that 4,000 mark area. 3,908 members. Very, very lively community of traders in here too. We got a lot of new people coming. People come, they share the charts. You can share your trade ideas in here. Post pictures of your charts, give people your ideas. Post pictures of your success, post pictures of your losses. And just really great community of people helping each other out. So let's see what happens with this dollar news. So like I said, that membership is 100% free to join. You never have to pay a dime if you do not want to. But if you do want to join my Patreon service, it comes with a trading course and it comes with morning members meetings that I do every single weekday morning before the London session. On all the JPY pairs and all the dollar pairs, I do a meeting every single morning for my members. And it also comes with a 35 video trading course and a bunch of educational information. And we do 2 Zoom meetings a week where I teach my strategy. Look it, pulling back. It's pulling back. What's up with the Nifty? Can't really look at this one on the 1 hour time frame. I mean, you can, but I think the Nifty is going to go up again. I think this is an ABC. I think it's going to go up. I definitely would still be looking for longs on that for sure, 100%. It'd be nice to see a break structure to help confirm, but it looks to me like it's going to go up. Looks like an A. This looks like 3 waves up for a B. This looks like a wave C. Looks like it's going to end the correction and continue the uptrend. Let's see. Let me see if there's any requests in my chats. Let's see. Oh, nice, Erica. Yeah, I think even if Bitcoin does go down a little bit more, it is going to end up going up. What's Yana saying about this one? It's strange how my video quality is really good on the PC, but on mobile it's not very good at all. It's strange. Yeah, the euro still could possibly go down, but I would definitely not hold a bad trade. If the trade's not going in your direction, I definitely would be getting out. I'd never hold on to a bad trade. Like, if I thought this was going down and it didn't go down, I would get out just as fast. That's a quote from the Market Wizard books. You get into trades fast. But if the trader doesn't do what you want it to do, you get out twice as fast. You get in fast and you get out quicker. The market is a beast, and if it doesn't do what you want it to do, you need to get out. So, yeah, let's see here. I'm not really convinced that any of these are making anything more than a correction, honestly, but US dollar CAD does look like a sword. I will give it to DSP on that one. That definitely does look like a sword on US dollar Canadian. Wow, US dollar Swiss definitely looks like a sword too. That thing is going down strong. I think the US dollar Swiss, like I've been saying, I was trading the crap out of this thing to the downside this whole way down and making all kinds of money. This is a really good choice to go short on if it does hold. I was thinking it would possibly go up one more time, but boy, if that does confirm it's going down, I'm going to be looking for sell orders for sure. I'm not really convinced though. Like I said, I'm still not convinced about any of these moves. Dollar went right to the 78.6 Fibonacci level, and if it goes beyond that, I would say, yeah, it's going up. If it respects that level, I would say it's going down. So let's see, what do we got? If anybody has any requests, let me know. We can spend the next half an hour looking at some pairs for people. We've been looking at the dollar and the yen pairs pretty exclusively, so if anybody wants me to look at something different, then definitely let me know. I'd be more than happy to do so. Gold didn't really close above structure, did it? Definitely broke structure, but it definitely didn't really hold above structure. Yeah, let's go look at the Euro Aussie and the Euro Pound. Euro Aussie is still in an uptrend, I think. Yeah, definitely still in an uptrend on the weekly. Daily, I still think this is the end of an ABC correction right here. It looks to me like a 1, like an ABC of 2. I think we're in the middle of a wave 3, which should just keep on going. I definitely, 100%, I'm looking for nothing but longs on this one for sure. Ooh, that Euro Canadian was one that I was trying to pay attention to. We need to pay attention to that Euro Canadian too. Euro Aussie. Looks like it made a long opportunity today, doesn't it? 1, 2, 3 ways down. Looks like that was the end of an ABC correction right there. Kind of seems like it's struggling to go any further. Maybe it is going to make a move down, but it seems like that may make a higher low, and keep going up. Definitely looking for longs on this for sure. Primarily, I'm pretty much only looking for longs. On the 4-hour time frame, it looks perfect. 1, 2, 3 ways down, impulsive up, and it just keeps on going. 1 hour, it looks a little messy, like it's kind of struggling a little bit, but it probably is going to keep going up. How about the Euro Pound? Euro Pound, I think it needs to go up too. Hey, Waki, how's it going today? Looks like an ABC correction. Yeah, we can take a closer look at natural gas. This isn't really confirmed that it's over yet, though, on the Euro Pound. It doesn't really... It is making a higher low, though. That is a good sign on the daily. We got a higher low right there. It looks like it should possibly end an ABC correction or an ABC DXE or something. Yeah, it definitely made a higher low. Higher low. Looks like a downtrend. It's definitely trending up. It could possibly be a wave B because this move down does look like a wave A, but this wave A went all the way to 78%, so I'm almost more likely to think it's just going to keep on going up. So, let's see. Yeah, look at the 3-way pattern on that. 1, 2, 3 waves down. 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 I noticed this a long time ago. I don't really trade the Euro Pound too often, but the Euro Pound makes some very, very nice 3-way patterns. Like almost every single correction is 3 waves. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, go long. So I'm definitely still looking for longs on this. If it makes 3 ways down and goes up, I would definitely continue to look for longs for sure. 100%. Dollar. Yeah, we've been talking about the dollar a lot, that's for sure. Like I said, if it goes much below this 78%, I'm going to say that this is not even an ABC, not a 1, 2, 3. It is 3 waves, but if it goes below here, then I know that this trend, if it goes below the 78%, then I know that this trend right here is over. And if I know that trend is over, then I know that it's too small to be a wave 3, and that it isn't a 1, and it isn't a 2, but it's actually an A and a B, and this is a C, and that it's just going to keep on going down. So if it does confirm that trend is over, which it looks like it may do, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 waves up. If it goes below the 78% of the last wave, I know that the whole trend is probably over. If I know the whole trend is over, that means that the whole ABC correction is probably complete, and probably over the next coming weeks, it's going to end up continuing the downtrend. Natural gas. Oh, look at natural gas go. Whoa. Boy, did that just happen? Like, that just barely happened when you were asking about it. I hope you're still long on that, Yana. I'm sorry, not Yana, but Key, I hope that you're still long on that, baby. Look at that thing go. I don't really think there's much to understand about that. 1, 2, 3 were down. I think that this happened after you asked your question. This is the end of a correction, just like we were expecting. This looks like a 1, 2, and it looks like we're in a wave 3. I would be holding this baby for sure. You were probably looking at this before this big spike happened. Impulsive down, wave A. Corrective up, wave B. Impulsive down, wave C. Big move up. I might get some pullbacks, but it seems like the trend is over. It seems like we're going up for sure. Look at that. Break of structure. That thing is over. That was a long opportunity for sure at that break of structure. I know you were already building a long position anyway, so you're probably definitely long on this thing. Very, very clear. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, wave A, B, C, wave B, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, wave C. That wave 5 definitely went a little deeper than I would have thought it would have, but 78%, 88%, impulsive up, wave 1, broke structure, pullback, A, B, C, multiple longs, awesome, I love to hear it. A, B, C, 2. I mean, it's pulling back, but boy, I think that we're in a wave 3 right now. I would definitely be holding those longs for sure. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. I love it. Seeing people talk about winning trades. So, the pound Canadian. Definitely still in an uptrend. I think this one might be in a big wave Y or a big wave C or something along those lines on the higher time frames. Ooh, that looks like it's ending a correction. This is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wave A. This is a correction right there, wave B. This is a downtrend, wave C. That's the end of a correction. I definitely would be looking for longs on that for sure. We're going to switch back to those dollar pairs in a minute there. We've been looking at them a lot this morning. I kind of got to give them a little breather and see what they do. This definitely looks like the end of a correction. This is an AB and then a very overlapping wave C. Break of structure. And then look, it happened. It broke structure. It came down. Probably people went short right there and then bam, up it goes. That's a nice trade right there. I would definitely want to be long on that one for sure. Definitely. Oh man, I need one of those standing desk. Oh. So, let's go back to the dollar pairs, I guess. Yep. I'm pretty much convinced that this is not a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 because we just went past the 78%, which means that this is definitely not a correction to this move up. And if this wave is over, that means that this is the end of a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And if that's the end of the third wave, then that's way too small to be a wave 3, which means it's not a wave 3, it's probably an ABC. I think that we're in a 1, 2, 3 right now. I would definitely be looking to short the dollar for sure. 100%. Definitely looks like the end of an ABC correction. Probably still is a wave E though, honestly. Even if it is. Let me get rid of some of these things. It looks like it turned right out of trend line, kinda. Yeah, maybe a little bit. You'd have to kind of move it way down, but we really need to see this low right here get broken to really truly confirm that this is over. Yeah, I know. I do need one of them standing desks. It'd be nice. I spend too much time in this stupid computer chair. I just need to work outside on my back terrace, but during the day it's so bright out there that I can't see my computer screen very well. Oh, it's pulling back. Boy, it definitely looks like they're turning now. That could be the end of this wave too. So a Fibonacci retracement on this pound dollar. See where that landed us. Look at that. It spiked to the 88, respecting the 78. I think that is it. It definitely seems like it's holding. I didn't think it was going to turn like that today, but boy, it's starting to get more and more convincing by the minute. The Kiwi dollar definitely doesn't look that convincing. The Canadian dollar, yeah. We are right at the 50%. I would like to see a break of structure to really confirm that this is over. If it breaks structure, then we'll know that it's over. US dollar Swiss still, to me, looks like a correction. It still looks like it wants to go up. The more I look at these, I'm not really convinced that it's over. Even the euro yen, the dollar yen looks like it wants to go up too, honestly. Gold definitely is starting to turn though. Gold does look like it's going up. Silver isn't really turning like that. Gold definitely is though. Let's see what the daily looks like on everything. That definitely could be the end of a wave E right there. Might even better. Yeah, not really, huh? I don't like trend lines. I don't even know why I put that trend line on there. I hate trend lines. I hate moving averages. I hate all those things. Boy, that could be the end of a wave too on the Aussie dollar. I think this is supposed to go way over there. Boy, yeah. We gotta give it some time because none of this really looks that convincing, even on the daily. The dollar Swiss on the daily looks a little better, but boy, gold is like one of the best looking ones for convincing me that this is over. Could this possibly just be a correction to the last move down now, maybe? Because we're definitely beyond that percentage, so maybe we need to put our fib on this whole move now because we know that this whole trend is over. Boy, it is pulling back already. I still feel like this could be a bad trap. I feel like people are gonna get trapped like crazy today on this trade. Maybe not, but it definitely seems like they could be. Oh, the euro's definitely looking better though. Look at that. We're getting an end of a trend pretty soon. This is the break of structure that's really going to tell me that this trend is over, which it looks like it's going for. Yeah, that looks like a possible ABC correction now too, doesn't it? Yeah, I guess the more I look at things, the more I'm starting to convince myself that this is it. It probably is an ABC correction. Things are getting pretty strong. Kind of hard to picture this one as an ABC, but I guess it probably is too. A, B, C. This one's definitely not an ABC. That's definitely a trend. That's like a motor wave correction or something. I guess it could be an ABC with a really stretched out wave C. Because I think it's a wave C on the longer time frame, so it's probably like a 1, 2. Yeah, not really much. There's a 3 wave there. It's not. You can't really count it as a 5 wave trend. US dollar Canadian, yeah. Whoops. We'd like to see some structure break to help confirm these turns, but boy, things are definitely looking better and better as we go. US dollar Swiss, man, that was a nice one. That was probably one of the better ones. What's going on with the yen pairs? Are they going down? No. Boy, that move up is looking very corrective. It's not trending like it should. Same thing on this one. It does kind of look like they might go down again, doesn't it? Canadian yen is already going down because of the Canadian news. Canadian Swiss is probably going to go down more too. I don't know though. This still looks like a WXY. I mean, I would definitely want to be short on this, but I would still be looking at this as possibly turning back up. Yeah, the dollar just broke structure. I think this is confirmed. I think it's over. I think we got the end of a correction, which means that we're going to want to start looking for pullback entries on maybe the 30-minute, 15-minute time frame. It's probably going to take a few hours before you see any pullbacks, but boy, if you get a pullback, you definitely want to take it. It looks like the end of a correction. Some of them are more convincing than others, like the euro and the gold and the Swiss. They are pretty convincing that it's over. Nice. Well, at least we finally got some movement instead of choppy patterns. Yeah, the EU starting to break structure. Now we gotta go down to like the 5-minute time frame and hope for a pullback. We want to see a pullback. We want to see this now, and then 3 waves down, impulsive up, go long. That's what we would like to see now for sure. You really want some excitement? Let's watch the 15-second time frame. There we go. Oh, break of structure. Oh, could be breaking structure. 15-second time frame. Ooh, rejection of structure to me would be a long. Break of structure would tell me it's probably starting a correction. Look at these pullbacks, even on the 15-minute time frame. 1, 2, 3 waves down. 1, 2, 3 waves down. 1, 2, 3 waves down. Nice. Even the 15-second time frame has some pretty nice looking entries. ABC corrections. Patience is key, Stefanos. You're right about that, buddy. Yeah, things are slowing down. So I was just reading some comments on Discord. Wow, yeah, pretty good day. At least we finally had some turns. So if you haven't done so already, definitely join my Discord channel. It's 100% free to join. You never have to pay a dime if you do not want to. It's 100% free. We have 3,907 members right now, so it's a pretty large community of traders. And definitely check that out if you have not done so already. If anybody is interested in joining my premium Patreon membership on Discord, the link for that is in the chats and in the description also. And it is comes with a trading course. It comes with a whole bunch of stuff. So definitely check that out if you're interested. Dollar definitely turned down, but and the euro dollar, I mean, turned down a little bit, but yeah, I don't think that's gonna just keep going down at this point. Let's see what the dollar ended up doing. And it still looks like that dollar could be an ABC correction. So be careful today. This definitely, I still think there's a chance this could reverse. So definitely be careful today. I mean, I still think there's a possibility we could have a bear trap, which means that it's trying to trap people into shorts. Yeah, I think he might be right, Menu. It's starting to look like a bull trap on gold, isn't it? Hey, Yana, yeah, that could be for sure, definitely. Gold is really not that convincing. It's going up. I mean, it's pulling back already again. I still don't think the EU looks kind of convincing because of how strong it is, but most of these other ones don't really look that convincing. The Swiss was pretty strong to the downside, but that still looks like a correction to me. The dollar yen was pretty strong down, but that still looks like a WXY to me. Gold, yeah, I'm not too convinced about gold either. I mean, I guess things are looking pretty good for the short. Yeah, it does seem like a bear trap. A bull trap, I mean. Gold seems like a bull trap because they're trapping the bulls right now. Imagine how many people went long right here on that break of structure. They might end up being a good trade. I mean, it does look like a possible good entry. It's at the 61%. It broke structure. It seems like it could be a decent entry, but I don't know. Something about the dollar on the longer time frames is still not convincing me that it's over. I'm gonna have to see what this looks like at the end of the day on the daily time frame. It's pretty strong on the higher time frames though. Yeah, pretty hard to tell. I mean, I definitely would want to be short right now on the dollar. I'm long on some of the dollar pairs. And I would just be trying to watch to see if it was if it turned back up or not. The yen pair is moving. I think the yen pairs are going to go up. The Canadian yen even I think could go up. Swiss yen, dollar yen, I think they're all going to turn up. Maybe not today, but maybe towards the end of the day, or maybe during the Asian session on Sunday. We're going to have to see what happens. If this turns into a complete spike and comes all the way back down to here, but I'm gonna say it's going to just slowly start drifting back down, but we're going to have to see what happens, I guess. Right now, it definitely looks like it's a long. And it looks like the best bet for us is to continue to look long. I definitely think that the very high time frames, like the weekly and the monthly, the trend is up. Even the daily, I think the trend is still up. So it very easily could just keep on going up, for sure. Yeah, Erica, I definitely think that the DSP, you already closed your long on the EU. Probably not a bad idea, really. Erica, I think that UJ possibly is going to go up again. I'm pretty convinced of it. On the 1 hour time frame, it definitely looks like it is. It looks like 3 ways down, it looks like 3 ways up, it looks like 3 ways down. I think there's a very good chance this is going to go up again. Maybe not today, maybe I'll wait until Asian session on Sunday or something, but to me it looks like a correction. We should have a Fibonacci on there. And I'm trying to decide whether to put it here or whether to put it way up there. Probably right here because that's where the trend actually is. Yeah, I think we're in the final wave on the US dollar yen, but definitely could be wrong, but it definitely looks like that. So, things are going pretty good. At least, like I said, at least we got some movement out of today's news. It wasn't like a complete dud. What do we got next week for news? I think the August is usually a fairly slow. Oh, we got CPI next week already, though. August is definitely known to be a season for holidays. Can be very, very slow. Monday, we got a bank holiday for the Canadian pairs. Pretty much nothing important on Monday. We got Haka speaking, but that's never anything good. This is not anything good. Pretty much next Wednesday is the next decent news day. Next Wednesday, oh, that's CPI for the China. That's 2:30 a.m. That's Chinese CPI. I'm definitely going to be sleeping for that one. I ain't going to be awake for that for sure. So Wednesday, we have pretty much nothing. 10-year bonds, that's not really anything. And we got CPI for the dollar on Thursday. That's the one we got to pay attention to. So at 1:30 we got CPI next week for the dollar. And then on Friday we got GDP for the pound. That's a good one. And PPI is, kind of good. Consumer sentiment can sometimes be a pretty good one for the dollar. So pretty much Thursday and Friday next week are going to be the big news events. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, unless you trade Chinese CPI news, which I definitely don't. It's going to be kind of a slow week to start with next week by the looks of it. Yeah, dollar's definitely still going down, so we may possibly have the end of a ABC pattern right here. Especially if it breaks this low right here, I would say almost definitely. So it is Friday, so TGIF. Hey, Yen Bear, you're thinking they could still turn back up? So it is Friday. We've been on for about 90 minutes now, so I think it's about it for me. I'm going to keep an eye on my trades. I do currently have a few trades going also, so I'm definitely going to keep an eye on those. Definitely like and subscribe to my channel if you have not done so already. It makes a huge difference for pushing out my videos and my live streams out to new members. So definitely do that. And I will be live streaming on Monday at my normal time, and we will live stream on Wednesday at my normal time too. And on Thursday, we're probably going to have to live stream for that dollar CPI. And on Friday, we'll probably live stream for our Friday news event. So it's going to be a pretty good, the beginning of the week is going to be pretty slow. But I think, probably Wednesday or so, things will start to pick up. So definitely pay attention to this dollar. If it rejects this bottom and turns back up and like engulfs this whole candle like that, I would definitely be prepared to go long again. Or if it does break below here and hold below and then later on makes a pullback, I would be prepared to go short for sure. So definitely pay attention to these dollar pairs, see what happens this afternoon. I think they're going to be moving for the next couple hours. Whether they go back up or whether they keep on going down will be the question we're going to have to watch and learn. So I hope to see everybody on Monday for Monday's live stream. I hope everybody, as usual, has a great weekend. And as usual, happy trading and good luck to everybody. Ciao.